10 things.
Whoops.
Depression.
All right, guys. Can you hear me? Here. And another. Testing 1, 2. We've got major news breaking. California, massive earthquake. A number of massive earthquakes. Oh gosh, I'm just now getting on here. Big, huge breaking news. I need to send this out really quick, so just hold tight. You guys share this everywhere. Share the feed. Share the information. We are live right now. We got all the info on this. All the videos we're now posting. Get the news out there on your social media. Share the feeds. Breaking news. I'll be showing you guys what's going on here in just a second. Let me just get this out on a few of our social media here. Okay, Patreon. Got to get our patrons out there and the locals community. That's how you can get alerted to these breaking news events. Locals, Patreon. Telegram is the most important place you want to stay connected to. Right now, Patreon. Make sure you stay connected to us on Patreon. We got a lot of stuff that we post there that we don't post everywhere. We post most of it right there on our Telegram page. Okay. Almost done here. Public. All right. See, this is what happens is I alert on a breaking news event only certain sites. Okay, this is why I tell everybody you have to be connected to Patreon or Telegram or locals. One of those three, because that's where I'm going to alert you at when it all hits the fan. All right, let's go on and look at what's going on here. Let me just make sure I've got my live button up. Live. Okay. Wow, this is huge. Huge news. 7.3. All right, I'm just getting myself set up here. Just hold tight. Okay, testing 1, 2. All right. All right, so we're going to go through all the feeds here and start looking at some of the damage and what's going on here. How many of you guys remember me talking about the movie 2012 yesterday, day before yesterday? I was talking about those Earth ships and about 2012. How many of you guys remember me talking about that? That's all about the big earthquake that hits California. All right, so there is a tsunami warning for San Francisco Bay Area. Let's go ahead and start looking at that right now. I'm going to go over first to the Telegram page. To our Telegram page, we go. And like I said, share this out there on your social media, everywhere you can. Get the news out. All right, so it says they're not sure how high the water levels will be. Estimated to hit the Bay Area around 12:10 which is in about a half an hour. Okay, so a little over a half an hour. Crescent City, they're talking about a tsunami. They're not sure how big the tsunami will be. BART train service in Bay Area has stopped in the Trans Bay Tube in all directions due to strong earthquake. Emergency alerts have been issued. You are in danger. Get away from the coastal waters. Move to high ground and inland now. This is the tsunami warning. Emergency alert. Emergency alert. California is under tsunami alert. A third major earthquake of 5.8 magnitude just occurred. That happened about 5 minutes ago. 5.8. That would be where was that at? That was in clear right down by Santa Rosa, right above Santa Rosa and Napa. Okay, so you have that. There was a 7.0 as well, a 7.0, the second major earthquake, 7.0, Ferndale, California. And there's the main earthquake that happened, which was probably about, 20 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago, a 7.3 on the Richter scale. Very large, massive quake. So the tsunami warning is all along the northern coast of California. Is this just a pre-quake, the preliminary quakes, or is there a bigger one coming? At 11 o'clock a.m. West Coast time, they were saying it was 6.6, but I guess they raised it. There was a magnitude 6.6 or a 6.0 that struck Northern California. They raised it to a 6.6. I'm not sure if that's the same 7.3 they eventually raised it to, or if that was a totally different quake. There's also some major news going on right now in Syria. We'll have to get into all that here in a little bit. That's some major news. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start looking at some of the earthquake footage on YouTube. Usually we can find the footage that as it's happening pretty quickly. Let's take a look and see.
Factory COVID.
Not owned by us.
Okay, so that's off. Okay, let's look and see. Earthquake. All right. All right, here's CBS News.
But if somebody's living in the marina or the outer Richmond over by Ocean Beach, where should they go right now?
We're very early in the incident, and there is no official rallying point other than those determined tsunami evacuation routes and signs that are out in the community. If you find yourself down at the coastline, if you're visiting our beautiful coastline for the first time and you're seeing this information, ask the folks that are at the hotel or someone at a restaurant, where should I go? Where can I seek shelter? We want to get you... the National Weather Service recommends at least 100 feet above sea level, but now is a good time to start walking up the hill. Luckily, we've got some pretty big hills in San Francisco, and you can get above the sea level very quickly.
All right, and so we are seeing live images from our helicopter right now out of Pacifica.
Earlier, we told people that the Pacifica School
Okay, what's
District had
crazy,
advised
this
they
is
were
so
evacuating
crazy.
their schools because
A friend of
that
mine sent
tsunami
me a
warning.
video
Evacuated Oceana High School.
yesterday.
And so
Let me
now,
look.
speaking to
He sent me
planning
a
and being
video
aware of where
randomly,
to
and
go,
I was
higher
thinking to
ground.
myself,
What you're seeing
what
now
in the
are
world
young
is this
people who
guy?
are being
What in
taken
the
from
world is my
schools
friend
in the
doing?
Pacifica
Sending me
area
this
to
video
Oceana High School.
randomly
The best we can tell
about
you is
the
that they are putting
tsunami
those
footage
students out there on what looks to be a
of
soccer
that
field.
massive
They are
earthquake that
gathering
happened in
them there.
Indonesia.
This is one gathering spot for the people of Pacifica, especially
This
the
is
young
this is a
people
friend
who
of
have
mine,
been evacuated out of their
and
area
he
schools.
does the
Our
prophetic stuff
cameras are now
too. But he
panning
sent
around,
me
and they're
this
showing the
video,
situation, the
and I
traffic
never
on the
asked him,
roads,
like,
of
why
people
did you
pulling
send
over
that to
try
me?
to look and see what's going on there.
I
would
gotta
imagine when you talk about
message
those
him.
evacuation routes, Captain Shore, you use those
This was the
routes.
video
Don't
that he
stop
sent
on
me.
those routes. Keep them fluid. Keep them moving. No.
Correct. Keep them moving. The only reason we would
Hold
ask
on,
you to
I'm
slow
gonna
down
show
or
you really
stop is
quick.
if you see someone who needs assistance
Wednesday,
moving.
he sent this
Also,
to
keep
me
in mind
on
that
Wednesday at
communities north of
1:30
San
a.m. in the
Francisco will
morning.
have different
2 weeks ago, the
instructions,
Biden
in their
Nope, that was the wrong
communities
one.
based on
Okay,
the
it was
timeline
this
of
one right
possible
here.
wave activity.
Wednesday at
So please
1:05 a.m.
don't watch your TV
He sent me
and
this
hope that
video
something
at
happens, or if
1:05
the lack
a.m.
of
in the
waves hitting
morning
the community north of us,
on Wednesday.
that does not indicate
That was
there is
yesterday.
still not a danger. The National
This was
Weather
the
Service
tsunami.
Personne ne peut y
advises that we
résister.
seek high ground until we're told it's safe to come back.
And Captain Shore,
Tell me
there's a
that's
number
not
of schools
bizarre.
along the coastline. There's a high school, there's a couple of
Même au
elementary
deuxième étage,
schools
la famille
in
de
the marina
Coutry ne se
area,
sent pas en
and then
sécurité.
also
Pourtant,
over in the
elle
outer
continue à
Richmond.
filmer.
Are you hearing reports of
So-
those kids have been evacuated? I'm sure a lot of parents.
I
who may be
thought,
watching
why
this
is
right
this
now
guy?
may be
Why is he
wondering,
sending me
I gotta
this
leave my
video?
child,
Like, it's
I
so
gotta make sure that
random
they're
and out of.
safe. What are you
There's no
telling
reason
folks
for
about
him to
that?
send me that. And I started thinking, I wonder if it has, if there's might something be more to it, like a prophetic thing. He didn't even say. And then I watched that movie, or I watched parts of that 2012 movie where the big earthquake happens on the coast and the big tectonic issues are happening on the planet. And anyways, let's just listen. Oh, shoot, there's talking over the back. I'm sorry. I had the background going on. There, let me just put this back on. I'll tell you in a little bit. Just listen to what's going on.
The waters, those boats are now starting to come in. We can anticipate as we approach that 12:10 moment that the National Weather Service says we here in the San Francisco Bay could see those first waves come in, that they're wanting to get those boats off the water quickly. This really punctuates the importance of communication across all agencies.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us right now, there was an earthquake off the coast of Humboldt County. The USGS now saying it was a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. It was just north of Portola in a very remote area. No houses near the epicenter, though. But we are hearing that this has triggered, not hearing, it has triggered a tsunami warning from all the way the coastal areas of Oregon all the way down to the Santa Cruz area. That video we just showed you of the boats quickly coming back to harbor, anticipating what could be a possible tsunami. We're also hearing that folks who live along the coast of Pacifica, they are being told to evacuate. All the beaches along this area, people are being told to get to higher ground, including the people, and we just heard from the San Francisco Fire Department, that...
Okay, I'm going to show you guys the call log, okay? I'm going to show you the call log. Look at this. Hold on. Wait. Anyways, I'll show you guys the actual video here in just a minute.
Friend, first of all, are you okay? And second, what can you tell us about the people of Pacifica?
Hi, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. Thankfully, I got home in time just as I got the notification, was able to grab my kids and my family and get out. Where we live is just a few blocks away from the coastline. Our whole neighborhood, you could just see the stream of cars kind of traveling. If you're familiar with Pacifica, there is an area called Roberts Road, kind of above where Eagle, the bowling alley, used to be. If you drive along the coast, you would see that.
All right, I'm going to be looking at some footage here. Hold on.
Right now.
really quickly.
And getting fuller and fuller.
Let's see if we can find some
I think more
footage.
people are even heading further back, which is a choice we made to go a little bit further back, more even towards the back of the valley. And actually, from where I'm standing, I kind of have a really good perspective of the businesses area in Lower Lindomar. And I can see the ocean right now from where I'm at, but I'm very, very far
Peninsula,
back in the distant
coast,
view, but it makes it a
Mendocino
little
County
different.
coast, San
And
Francisco
Gianna, how did
County,
they
as I
alert
mentioned
you
just
that it
before
was
that.
time to get to higher ground? Was it
Right
just
now,
on your phone? Did
you heard
somebody
Bill
call
Martin just a
you?
moment
How are
ago
they telling
describing
folks to get out?
what the possibilities are and where this earthquake struck and what that could mean for our area. He says that right now there is a possibility, of course, that water could come through the pathway of the Golden Gate Bridge, the entry there. But at this point, he says it's still early. This is not to the magnitude where you normally see that type of stuff. He mentioned perhaps something over a 9 would be something where you'd see something like that happen. But as the information continues to come in here about what exactly is happening, we also want to update you on public transportation. That is because BART had halted service on its lines because of the tsunami warning specifically. And we do know during earthquakes, they will often pause service along the rails when.
All right, so that's what they're saying, pausing services for BART. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so this is the live video right now. We're gonna keep an eye on this feed right here because this is showing the coastal areas here from Skycam. This is a Skycam video right now, live on the coast. So this is right now, right off of, where is this at? Let me turn this down here. If you see the water start going back, this is exactly what I was watching yesterday. My friend sent me the video yesterday of a big tsunami coming in. I don't know why he sent it to me. I'm going to have to call him and ask him why. Cause, sometimes he just sends me random stuff. And he sent me this video of this massive tsunami hitting Indonesia and all the devastation. He was showing me this in a video that he posted. 9.3 magnitude earthquake that hit Indonesia and all of the devastation as it was happening. I was sitting there watching this, and I'm thinking to myself, why did he send me this? There's no reason for him to have sent me that video. Like, it's so old. Like, why? And I think the Lord told him, like, because he has these, like, prophetic words sometimes. And he'll just send me some words right out of the blue. Like, he'll just tell me, this is what the Lord's saying. Like, he'll just message me randomly, right? And that was last night or yesterday. That was yesterday, Wednesday, but real early in the morning. So this is pretty crazy. Okay, so I guess it's kind of going out of focus there. Let's go ahead and just look at other stuff here while this feed comes back online. Let's see if I can get some footage here really quick. There's a certain way you got to search for the footage. 11 minutes ago. Let's see. I'll just put this on while it looks like the video is going out on this particular feed here. Northern California, Oregon coast under tsunami warning. Okay, we got that. What is this? Okay, I think this is the same feed that I have. It's out. Okay, news desk is just getting ready to go live here.
Bir son dakika geçmek söylemek zorundayım. Kaliforniya'da 7 büyüklüğünde deprem oldu sevgili izleyiciler. Tsunami uyarısı yapıldı bu arada.
They're talking about us in other countries. All right, so I'm trying to see if I can find some footage that recently was uploaded, but here might be some. This is the earthquake, some water that happened here. Let me pull it over here so you can see it here.
So we just had an earthquake and a bunch of water spilled out right here. And the cup went open. And the water keeps moving.
That was just now. There's some boats.
But we didn't feel anything.
All right, so they're saying evacuations now. Evacuations now are underway in California and Oregon. And it says tsunami is coming to West Berkeley. Evacuate now. Stay east of 7th Street. Okay, guys, listen. This is breaking news. Breaking news. They're saying right now to evacuate Berkeley, West Berkeley. Stay east of 7th Street. Tsunami is coming to West Berkeley. Immediate threat to life. This is lawful order to leave now. The area is lawfully closed to the public access. Right now. Breaking news. Let everybody know. This is very, very important. Very, very important. This was probably a very massive quake. This was probably a very massive quake. Underground. An underground quake. In the ocean, and now it is massive tsunami incoming. It says this is the North Bay to Davenport, including San Francisco Bay. Tsunami with significant widespread inundation is expected, with possible and dangerous coastal flooding accompanied by powerful currents. Evacuation warnings are now being issued for parts of the Bay Area. I would think that if they're going to issue for this one little area here, evacuation orders, that it would be all up and down the coast. It's not going to be just right there. There should be evacuation orders being issued all throughout the coastal Northern California area up into Oregon, because if they're saying that about that one local area, that means it's going to be affecting the whole area. Second tsunami warning issued, area close to Eureka, California. All right, so this is Skycam footage live right now. I'm not sure if this is going to affect this road, if this is a reason why he's on this video right here showing the road. Yeah, but people need to get out of Dodge here. Like I said, breaking news, tsunami, incoming tsunami. They say life-threatening. Look at this. You got people sitting there looking. I hope that they're not anywhere near the coast, but they're just sitting there. Okay, that feed just is going out and on and off here. This is a helicopter feed, so it's not clear. So you got a bunch of people parked on the sides of the road here. I'm not sure what they're doing. If they're trying to see what's going on, or if they're trying to get... Oh, people are going up into higher areas. Okay, so people are trying to evacuate to higher zones. They're trying to get out of harm's way. Okay, so people down on the coastal areas are coming up in their cars, trying to get out of harm's way. This is what's happening right now. Okay, so the incoming tsunami is supposed to happen in less than 20 minutes from now. 20 minutes from now. Less than 20 minutes, we should be seeing signs of an incoming tsunami. We have the airplane footage live right now, helicopter footage of the coast as this begins. So make sure that you guys get the word out on your social media that we have the feed here of incoming tsunami coverage from helicopter viewpoint. And we will give you guys all the updates right now as they come in. As we said, evacuations are underway. In West Berkeley, they said immediately evacuate. It's a threat to life, and it's a lawful order to leave now. The area is fully closed to public access. This is the most important warning right here. Tsunami warning is in effect. Coastal Northern Bay to Davenport, including San Francisco Bay Area. Local impacts include a tsunami with significant widespread inundation is expected, with possible and dangerous coastal flooding accompanied by powerful currents. Evacuation warnings are now being issued for parts of the Bay Area. What we're seeing right now is people evacuating to higher ground. This is an evacuation in process. And this helicopter footage that we're getting right now is going to show the coastal area as this tsunami begins to come in. All right, I just turned down the sound here because it's kind of annoying. You guys probably don't want to hear that. Yeah, people are literally racing to higher ground right now all along the coast. Racing to higher ground in order to escape the incoming tsunami. And this right here is the coastal regions of the Bay Area from helicopter viewpoints. From a helicopter viewpoint here. I'm not sure if this guy's going to run out of gas or what, but it looks like he's going in the wrong direction. Maybe he's going back over to the coast. Okay. Well, he was having problems with his feed for a little bit here, but he seems to be leaving the area. I'm not sure if he's leaving or not, but we'll keep an eye on that feed. In the meantime, I wanted to show you that video, and I'm going to show you the message that I got from that guy that I told you, a friend of mine that posted these things. And just look at this. You guys know my friend. I've told you about him. I want you to see. You see this? You see this video right here? This one right here. It has the 8MI at the end. YouTube video address NNRDNJII8MI. Okay? So I'm going to click that one right there and look at where it goes. It was on Wednesday. It was on Wednesday that he sent this to me. That was yesterday. Yesterday. See the timestamp? 1:05 a.m. on Wednesday. Right there. 1:05 a.m. on Wednesday. And then he sends me this message. And you can see that the address is the same. So tell me that's not like kind of weird, bizarre, because I sat there and when he sent this to me, I'm like, why is he sending me a tsunami video? A video about tsunamis. There's the address right there. You see that? There's the back address that I told you. MI right there. NNRDD. So you can see that. It's the same address. He's sending me a video about the tsunami that sweeps everything away yesterday. He sent that to me yesterday. Okay? Guys, that is so bizarre. Because I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why is he sending me this video that is totally irrelevant? It just seems so out of place. Why is he sending this to me? And I'm telling you, okay, great. I got a message from someone that's I'm going to be doing these prophetic roundtable conferences, guys, here starting up. I just wanted to let you know I did get a message here from someone else. So we've got like 3 people lined up for our prophetic roundtable series that's coming out. We're going to be starting to interview people on these topics here. Okay, so we're back on the coast here. All right, so we do have the coastal feed back up, and it looks like there's nobody on the coast now. Everybody is evacuating. I do see somebody down there running around. You got boats out there. I don't know if they're just trying to get back into dock really quick. I think in a tsunami, you're supposed to kind of go out further into the water so that you don't, get hit by the tsunami. The farther out you go, the tsunami just goes right underneath you. It's not like a major wave or anything. Until it hits the coast, that's when it becomes a wave. But if you're out farther out, it just becomes a big swell. You just kind of go over it like a swell. All right, so we have some new updates here. Current projection of tsunami waves on the west coast. It says the most powerful waves will hit Eureka, Northern California, and surrounding areas. The San Francisco Bay Area may receive some waves, but not nearly as powerful as the north. So they're saying that Eureka is the areas that are going to be hardest hit. Traffic is beginning to intensify along the Bay Area. Red and yellow indicate where traffic is slow or stopped. Okay, so they're stuck. So traffic is slow and stopped in these areas, and they're trying to get out away from the coast. All these people are trying to get out of the Bay Area. This indicates where it's slow and stopped entirely due to the volume of vehicles. Here is evacuation orders in San Francisco. All these areas are supposed to be evacuated all along the areas here on this part of San Francisco. It says current projection of tsunami waves. So you're looking at a projection here. Let me see if I can pull up. Let's see if I can just pull this up here really quick. All right, so here's a projection of where the waves are going to be in San Fran. All right, so let's just see if we can see anything happening with the wave activity here on the coast. Well, what happens with the tsunami, and you can also see it in that footage that the friend of mine sent, is the waves begin to recede back. They begin to go back, and you start to see sand, and it just seems like the waves are just going away. And then all of a sudden, there's a big wave that begins to come in. After the wave goes out is when it starts building back up on itself, coming forward, and it comes forward with such great force that it cannot be stopped. Volumes of water so deep and so powerful that there's no way anything is going to stand before it. The water is so powerful. So this is why evacuations are now taking place all along the coast, right here in San Francisco area. You can see lots of cars trying to leave right there. Now this looks like to me it would be right there on the coast there. Let me see what they're saying here. Harbor, Oregon, USA. Boats are leaving the harbor following a tsunami warning for the region. So their boats are getting out of Dodge too. Like I said, boats usually will go forward. Boats usually will go out into the ocean to try to avoid the devastation that comes in on the shores. If they can get out far enough, they basically just ride over the swell. It's just a swell. I'm not sure what happened here, but here's the map here of what you can expect. Let's see. I'm going to call my friend really quick. What do you think? Should I call him on the air and ask him, why did you send that to me? Why did you send that video to me? I think that might have been like some kind of prophetic message. I'm serious. Like, and then I was sitting there watching. Yesterday I was watching, and my wife, I think she saw me watching it. I was just watching clips of the movie 2012. That movie 2012. Anybody ever see that movie? right, let's go back over here to the earthquake footage here. All right, we're going back to the coast. If they can get this feed back up and running. Okay, so here is the coast. You've got lots of homes out there. If this tsunami is of any significant, height, if it does come in, it's going to be hitting a lot of these homes here that are right there on the coast. Okay, so we're looking at the is there an accident? Okay, so there's an accident there. Can you believe that? They literally have a car accident, and you've got only 10 minutes before this tsunami comes in. Hello? And they're right there on the coast. Guys, you got 10 minutes to get out of Dodge here. What are you guys doing? Look at that. They're right there by the coast. They're right there. And look at all these cars. I hope that the tsunami doesn't come in right there because you've only got like 10 minutes left. 10 minutes. And there happens to be an accident right there, right where it's right next to the water. Wow. And look at all the cars trying to get out. The San Francisco Bay Bridge is down, somebody said. Look at the traffic on the way out. Everybody's trying to get out. People are literally trying to get out as fast as they can. As I said, this is a live feed from a helicopter in the area, and the sound is very annoying there, so I just kind of turned it down. It kind of cuts in and out, so what we're seeing is just the traffic exiting the area, trying to get away from the incoming tsunami. So tsunami is supposed to be incoming within the next 7 minutes. 7 minutes. They got 7 minutes before this thing hits. Hopefully it's not a big... What the heck is that guy doing out there? Is that a seal? Is that somebody that is trying to catch a wave? Is the guy nuts? What is going on with this dude? He's trying to catch waves. He doesn't know that there's a tsunami coming in. Holy cow. What in the world? Oh my gosh, this guy has no clue what's going on. Oh my gosh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know there's a tsunami coming. He's probably been out there swimming and he doesn't know. Oh my gosh. This dude could end up dying. He's trying to catch a wave so he can go surfing. And he doesn't realize that there's a tsunami coming in. He's probably wondering, like, why are the waves going backwards? And there's a cop out there trying to tell him, hey, dude, you need to get in. You need to get in. There's a tsunami incoming. I can't believe there's a guy out there, literally. Oh my gosh. Okay. We just got a note that said the tsunami warning has been canceled. You got to be kidding me. Are you serious? Is it really canceled? Are you lying to me? Is it really canceled? Are you just joking? Is this a joke? We're all like expecting some big tsunami, and now they said it's canceled? You got to be kidding me. Is that true, really? Let me find out if that's true. Is it really? No way. They made it sound so real, like it was so imminent, like it was so powerful, it was going to destroy everything. It really is canceled. Now, either that or they're just lying to everybody and they want everybody to die. So they're saying it's canceled. Tsunami is canceled. But still a very big earthquake. Let's see. Here's the official X account, I guess, of Governor Newsom's office. Gruesome Newsom, yeah, he better be right, because if it ends up being, killing a bunch of people, he's going to be in very big trouble. And this was posted at 11:25. Is Mike? Okay, that's not it. Does it say that it's been? Where does it say it's been canceled? I don't see it cancel. This was posted at 11:25 a.m., so that was obviously a half hour ago. Okay, so it says okay. So it says no tsunami warning, advisory, or watch or threat. So I guess there's nothing to worry about. I guess we should be still taking a view of what's going on. Let's just keep an eye on this feed here. That's a surfer, dude. Cowabunga, man. The waves are awesome. Earthquake waves are the best. I was surfing, man. It was so awesome. Oh, these are fire people, I think, I guess, huh? Or no. One of them is, but I don't know if the other one is. Mr. Hand, I was out, taking a surf out there. Got some pizza. Thought I would come in and go to school. This is obviously good footage for right now. But thank God there wasn't a tsunami. It would have been worse if there would have been huge waves incoming. Well, we still got, okay, so now it's 12:10. So let's see if we can see any difference with the waves, because they said that, 12:10 was when it was supposed to hit. So it's actually 12:10 right now, West Coast time. Let's see if there's any differences with wave activity. Do you see any difference in the wave activity? I got that guy out there on the surfboard. I want to ride the waves as they come in, man. And what's so weird is that when I was watching 2012, remember Woody Harrelson? He's like, no, man, I don't want to leave. This is beautiful. It's so beautiful. He's like, I want to be taken out. The fall of the U.S. All right, so we have, what did you find? Let me see what you got here. So hard to find confirmation. Okay, so we got confirmation here. Let's see. Confirmation was hard to find. It's hard to come by here. What is this guy doing? Is he exercising? What is that guy doing out there? Okay, here's the confirmation. The tsunami warning is canceled. This was just posted a few minutes ago. For coastal areas of California and Oregon, the tsunami danger presently exists. No tsunami danger presently exists for this area. This will be the final U.S. National Tsunami Warning Center message for this event. So it is over. This guy knew it all along. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. There was no tsunami. You guys were all just afraid. I'm out here exercising. Gonna go ride some waves, cowabunga. Take the Mulholland Drive and the 401. Did you ever see that Californians skit on SNL? The Californians. I'm a Californian, man. We don't worry about tsunamis here. All right, so I just want to say hello to everybody out there in the chat land. Martin, Free Deep, Pablo, Lowrider, Mary, what's going on? Lynn, don't forget to subscribe. We cover all major news events. We're kind of like Lookner on steroids. Lynn, Jeff, Lowrider, for anybody that knows Lookner, he actually got his inspiration from us. We kind of gave him the heads up on how to do this. Fly by Faith Church, Fly by Faith. Don't forget, we're going to be doing a series on prophetic roundtable interviews and insights. As I said, my friend was definitely sending me that message for some reason, but it didn't actually turn out, so that's good. Not a massive earthquake. Now, who knows? This could be a pre-quake. We might end up seeing a 9.0 sometime. You got to be aware of California's tectonic, proclivities here to be massively affecting these fault lines. And if that's true, and there is a big earthquake, they call it the big one, could California literally break off and fall into the ocean? They say that that's not likely, but still, the possibility for a large earthquake on California's coast is there. And if there is a very big, large earthquake, you could expect tsunamis. So California needs to be on its toes and alert, especially now, because this could have been a pre-quake. This is very similar to what happened in Japan. They were preceded by a few 7.0s. There was a 6.0, 7.0, another 7 point something. And then bam, big old 9-pointer hit, which, took out all the nuclear facilities. You got to be careful. You got to be watchful. Make sure you don't, let your guard down, all you Californians out there. Did I feel the quake? No, I didn't feel the quake. We're in a deep underground military facility. We only stream because we know what's coming. We're in this deep underground military facility. It's called a DUM. Deep underground military bunker. And who else is out there? Cheyenne, what's going on? Cheyenne. I see Paula A. Rolls. Let's see. Davison, Nate. Two Crazy Hens. I've got a whole bunch of hens that are crazy. You know, we got a bunch of hens. And they are crazy. Bubba News. Bubba News is out there. Don't forget, go subscribe to Bubba News. He's got a channel out there too on YouTube. Jenny C. Pappas Princess. Just Me. What's going on? Cindy Coker. And Lisa Wiley. Mary Wisniewski. And Jeff Nicoli. And there's also Jeff Spicoli in the house. I think his name was Jeff Spicoli. Spicoli? What's going on, Spicoli? We're here in California watching what's going on. Earthquake and alien invasion coverage live right here at Blazing Press Channel. I am in an undisclosed location, deep in military underground bunker. Let's see what others are saying about this right now. Let's see. Oh, Bitcoin went over 100K. Can you believe that? $100,000 per Bitcoin. How long until it crashes? You think it's going to crash? Let me see what the headlines are right here. Trump moves to end Ukraine war by blocking Deep State's attempt to send an additional $24 billion to Zelensky. Plus, Biden prepares preemptive pardons in desperate attempt to stop 47's plan to prosecute ongoing administration for human trafficking. Wow. Hello, Jessica. Jessica Merriweather, Davison. Yeah, I've already talked about the Joni Lamb and all the different scandals going on. There's so many different scandals going on in Christianity today. It's not even funny. And I really don't watch any of that stuff anyway. I don't watch these prophets. A while back, I used to when I was younger. I would watch. I was tapped into some of the stuff that was going on, like the Toronto thing, and I was in the vineyard, and I would listen to the Kansas City prophets, and I basically was in evangelical Protestantism pretty steeply, going to a very large 10,000 member church. I had watched pretty much all of them, TBN, everything. But when as the scandals began, and I really looked into because I'm a person that studies. I don't just take people's words and follow them as if they're some celebrity prophets. I don't do that. I study and search out things on my own, and I listen to God as He speaks directly to my own heart and confirms whether or not this person is legit or not. There are some legit people out there that are prophetic, but I would say the majority of them are out there for the buck. They're out there for the money. They're money changers out there. They're trying to get rich and profit off of being a prophet, which is a bad thing. God doesn't approve of that, and you're gonna get judged if you do that. And sure enough, there's a lot of judgment going on right now, and lots of things happening in the name of God. And I think that's what it says. Judgment begins in the house of God, and if it begins there, what will become of those who don't obey and believe the gospel? There's going to be even greater judgments for them. But it starts first in the house of the Lord. Amen. And I have discussed these scandals, and I probably will talk more about what's unfolding as it happens. There's a lot unfolding in the process as well. It's very sad to see, but it's necessary, and God is doing a cleaning of His church, right? Of those who claim to be His church, at least. And those who might have fallen, they need to be, they need to be corrected. They need to be restored if there is possibility of being restored. And yeah, it's very deep stuff. All right, so we got some video of the earthquake as it was happening. Let's go ahead and look at some of the earthquake footage here. I just got some footage here. Let me just pull it up here. This is what it looked like as the earthquake began. Or we'll start getting now all the videos will start coming in of when it happened. Like people will start posting their videos. But here we go.
Earthquake. I feel it. Feel it. Oh my God. Do you feel it? This is so weird. We're literally moving right now. Maddie, come over here. You need to be out in the open.
This was some of the quake footage here coming in now. There's some more here. Wow, so their whole bar just fell off. I guess this looks like some kind of a bar. Let's look at that again. It was a short video.
Okay, it's the old cupboard thing again.
Yeah, just a few things got knocked down. Let's see what else we got here. There's still live footage of the coastal area. I think we got some more videos here. Let's see what else we got here. Is this footage? Okay, so this was somebody else's swimming. You know, it's so funny because whenever there's an earthquake, people always show you their swimming pool. Have you noticed that? They're like, look at the earthquake, my swimming pool.
The pool was just everywhere. I felt dizzy, so I actually didn't even look outside. I just felt dizzy and sat down. And then my neighbor said, we're having an earthquake. That was a major earthquake.
So she was feeling dizzy. That's weird. So the dizziness preceded the earthquake, right as it was happening. Does it look like that the water is going higher? Or is that just my imagination? Running away with me. I think it's my imagination. Let's see what else we got here. Do we have any more footage? Let's look and see if we can get more footage too. I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Why are we watching this? What the heck? All right, let's go and try to see if we can see any more earthquake. Oh, that was the feed we were watching. Okay, so that was the That was the feed for the yeah. Okay, so that was that we just it just got done streaming just now. Okay, so let's see if we can find the earthquake footage. Any earthquake cams. Here's one right here. Another pool footage. Look at my pool. Hold on. Look at my pool. It's an earthquake. A tsunami's in my pool. Everybody. We've got a tsunami warning on the side of the deck. It is issued for my deck all the way up to the diving board. Tsunami alert all the way up to the diving board. Massive tsunami alert. Okay, I think it's been called off. Tsunami now called off. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Let's see if this is some footage here, I guess, of 12 minutes ago. It was just uploaded. What is this? Oh, we got like what? Monday. This was not. It says 2/6/23. That's not. See, people put up stuff that's not even legit. This ain't even legit. It says 2/6/23. So I don't even know what this is. It says earthquake moment. See, people do that just to get money. They're just trying to make it seem like, okay, this is another one. Let's see. This may be legit here. Yeah, this is probably. Well, I don't know. Wow. Now this is probably not legit either, because it's at night and it's the same channel, that same stupid channel, trying to make it seem like they've got earthquake footage. See, stupid people. You can't trust everything that you see there. Let's see. This is that same earthquake. So we don't really have a whole lot of earthquake footage. I'm sitting here looking at YouTube's recent posts in the last hour and nothing. That's really crazy. But see, people do that just to get some extra cash. We're going to post some fake videos that show destruction. They could go and post the videos from the tsunami and Sumatra tsunami and say, oh, look there's a tsunami in California. Okay, here's some more footage. This might be some legit footage here. All right, so this is when...
It's still going. You don't feel it?
Oh my goodness. The swinging chandelier and the tsunami pool. Always something we see. These are very telltale signs of a major earthquake. Swinging chandeliers and tsunamis in your pool.
It's still going.
I'm telling you guys,
You don't feel
always
it?
be on the alert. Anytime you see that, you know something big is going on. Swinging chandeliers. That means it's got to be a big one. When you see the swinging chandeliers, that's it. All right, let's see if we can find anything on X. And that's, I guess we're done here, for at least for this. I do need to do an update on news today, because there are some major unfolding World War III updates that need to be talked about. Let's see. Let's see if we can find any here. California earthquake. What the heck? What in the world is going on? What in the world? Oh. What? It says everyone arriving at X for the California tsunami wave footage. Was that like, that looked like a roller coaster. What in the world was that? That was footage for something. It says everyone arriving at X for the California tsunami wave footage. I don't think anybody got hurt there. I'm pretty sure nobody got hurt. It didn't look like it was that serious, but it could have been. Okay, so here's some tsunami footage. All right, here's some tsunami footage. We got tsunami footage here.
Dad, there's an earthquake happening. Look at the pool.
Is a tsunami in the pool, Dad?
Holy crap. Do you see the pool? There's an earthquake happening right now. Look at the pool. Wow. Holy crap, I can't even feel. What the frick? Everyone okay?
Are we all right?
How?
I think everybody's okay. Let's see. A bigger tsunami is coming. I never seen that, he said.
Saying earthquake.
He goes, I'd never seen that.
But yeah, I've never seen the pool do that. No, Doug, come.
It's a tsunami, that's why.
Earthquake.
There's another tsunami.
I feel it. Oh my god.
Okay, we already showed you that one. What is this? That just is a repeat of something. All right. That's the only video footage we can find. Okay, see? Look, now they're posting the Sumatra footage. Now, that's not actually what happened. Okay, so everybody, this one here is some more footage of tsunamis in people's swimming pools. And that we saw that one. We saw that one. We saw that one. Don't we have any other new ones here? What is this? It says this satellite images show complex and disturbed rupture of the 4th, July 4. Okay, this was posted in 2019. What is this? New York City earthquake aftermath. What is this? All right, this one shows a Wayne station. Amazing. Look at that. A bunch of Swain weight thingies. Let me see what this one is. Oh, we already saw that one. But that's about it. I don't see a whole lot of footage. Okay, here is this one here? Let's see what this one is. All right, so this is probably not San Francisco, but look. That's a pretty strong bridge. It withstood it. I don't know if I'd want to go across the bridge now after that. Seriously? You're going to go? After all that, you'd trust going across. Man, I don't know if I'd do it. Well, maybe was that California? That could have been California. If that was California, then that was a pretty big one. So let's just look at that again. Does anybody know where that's at? Does anybody know where that's at? Does that bridge look familiar to anybody? Out of curiosity. It was just posted today, and it was dated the 5th. This footage here is obviously not California. It's too dark. That's got to be a ride. That's some kind of a ride. That looks like some kind of studio. What do they call that? Universal Studios or something. scroll up on main channel from earlier. All right, let's see what else we got. Back over here on Telegram. New footage from California earthquake. Let's see.
Here.
All right, we already saw that. Okay, we already saw that. I already saw all that. What the heck? Okay, here is everything's canceled. Okay, so if you guys want to go over some of the other news that's going on, we can go through some of that. Let's see what's happening here. Besides the earthquake, we're talking about what's happening in Syria. We got some breaking news inside of Syria. It says locals in Homs, this is in Syria, say the Syrian army has already withdrawn most of its forces from Homs city. There are already preparations for a rebel takeover. Now, a lot of people are saying this is the United States pushing its weight now because of what's happening inside of Ukraine. Ukraine is actually being lost, and the U.S. has lost billions and billions, if not trillions of dollars in support and aid as they sit and watch Ukraine fall to the Russians. And this is why preparations for war are fast and furious now in Europe. Not to mention the statements by Russia that the dollar is collapsing and that the incoming president, in his, big statements of conflict, if things aren't resolved by the time he gets in, are a bunch of just hot air, because the Russians and the Chinese and the North Koreans and the Iranians and everybody else that's in the BRICS is not expecting the U.S. to be pulled out of this depression and what you might say hyperinflation and the collapsing. And it's not just America, it's the whole world. The whole world is going through this as well. It's happening to everything, but it's because of what's going on with the dollar. And the world itself is pulling back and away from what's going on here in America. Now they're hoping that Trump's going to fix things. This is what the great hope is. I was going to say the big great white hope. I don't know where I got that. That is a statement. I'm not saying that that's what it is. But the great hope is that Trump is going to solve all the problems. But there is so much hatred and distrust of the U.S. and our control of global economy that many are saying that this is the part of the Great Reset, that America is going to fall apart and come apart at the seams, that we're literally just disintegrating. And there's also talk now of major false flags happening, having to do with our critical infrastructure, which would include our power, our water, our communications, very important internet stuff that's connecting the dots on everything else, that it can be affected by these massive hacks that are fixing to go down. And they're warning us about this. They were warning us about the hacks in the news yesterday. And you saw what our AT&T contact said, right? The AT&T guy that we had on when all that began, what he said. I told you what he said, didn't I? Okay, look what he said. Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov says that the United States is attacking Russia by proxy of the Ukrainian regime and is helping it bombard Russian territory with long-range missiles. So we're starting to see more and more of these long-range missiles now being launched into Russia, which is only going to escalate Russia's response, not just to Ukraine, but against the United States and its interests. And it's going to probably start attacking us asymmetrically with cyber attacks. This is what we're about to see, cyber attacks. I would say be prepared to see cyber attacks. China calls on all of its citizens to leave Syria as soon as possible because Syria is literally falling apart. Syria is falling apart, and there is massive civil unrest. Militaries are all from different parts, whether it's Turkey, the United States-backed rebels, Russia bombing the crap out of everybody that's coming in. The Iranians are sending in troops. This is the center of the breaking out of war in the Middle East, right here, in regional, right there in Syria. And you got the Israelis coming in there now. This could be what the Bible calls, right out of Damascus, one of the oldest recorded cities in history. Damascus is one of the oldest cities in recorded history. And it says in the Bible that Damascus would be laid waste one day. It would be an uninhabitable, ruinous heap. That's never happened. That's never happened up until this date. Has this city, that is the oldest recorded city in history, ever been a ruinous heap? It's never been a ruinous heap. But prophecy teachers have stated that according to biblical prophecy, there's going to be a day when wars would happen inside of Syria, and in Damascus particular, that it would become a ruinous heap, uninhabitable. Well, which would probably indicate some kind of nuclear exchange. So I'm thinking that what we're seeing going on in Syria is a part of the beginning of what we see escalations toward this global war. The United States, Israel and the United States say that they have indications of a definite collapse of the Syrian army's defense lines. The same ominous warning was issued during the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan, and within the next week, Kabul had fallen. Remember that? So they're saying the same thing now with Syria. Regional countries negotiating in Syria have delivered Syrian President Bashar al-Assad an initiative stipulating his acceptance of stepping down and getting a safe exit from Syria to another country, handing over power to a military security council from the regime, and halting all military operations immediately. I wonder if he's going to take that. Wow. Breaking news, we will establish a buffer zone inside of Syria in the Golan Heights if Homs falls, Israel political source has stated. See, a lot of this has to do with Israel because this all began, this disruption within Syria began with the ceasefire agreement. It happened on the heels within just hours of this ceasefire agreement with Hezbollah. And the Israelis definitely want to cut the lines of supply lines into Hezbollah from Syria because that's where all the weapons are coming in. So you know this is an Israeli-U.S. operation. The Russians do not like it. The Chinese do not like it. Nobody on the other side likes it. Obviously, they're going to do something in retaliation. They already are. And I don't know if it's going to be, just a kinetic conflict, or it's probably going to be more asymmetrical because they're going to try to weaken us in every possible way before there is kinetic conflict. And I don't think it's going to be a direct head-on type conflict. I think it's going to be, sabotage as well as maybe even a secret kind of cold cock, some kind of an attack we don't see coming. And it will probably be very harsh if it does happen like that. All three branches of the Israeli defense infrastructure have been placed on alert following the developments in Syria. Netanyahu and the Israeli Security Cabinet will be holding an emergency meeting. Israel and U.S. are in close coordination regarding the situation inside of Syria. The U.S. is running a consultation with regional partners regarding the potential collapse of the Assad regime in Syria. They're trying to figure out what's going to happen once this goes down. Don't forget, keep your relationship with God strong. Obviously, we are oaks and trees that are planted by the Lord in the streams that give, that give us water and causing those root systems to grow deep so they don't fall. Right? Amen. These are the trees of the Lord, the planting of the Lord. there's a lot of these big trees that are falling now. You're starting to see the cracks in Christianity that have been what we call the go-to, look up to ministries that many people put their trust in, but have become celebrity Saul type ministries. We're talking about things that God began, but now look where they're at. King Saul fell because he didn't follow God's will wholeheartedly with all his heart. And we're starting to see that happening now within the Christian communities. Big time shakeup is happening in Christianity today. And I believe that it is a part of what the scriptures teach, that judgment will begin first in the house of God, and then it will begin to wash over into the world as you see the world beginning now to fall. These structures that everybody's put their trust in, these countries, these nations, these empires are now beginning to shake. The very foundations are beginning to shake. And I believe that this is prophetic, and it is a part of what the Bible calls a great falling away as well, because there's going to be many, many people that are offended and are disillusioned as a result of what they believe to be God's kingdom. They're putting their trust in the kingdom itself, not in God, who is the king of the kingdom. They're putting their trust in the kingdom of what they believe is the kingdom. And these structures that have been established, it's very similar to what happened in Israel. When Israel became a very strong empire of its day, they put their trust in the ark, they put their trust in what God did, but not so much in the God that did it. They're putting their trust in their history. They're putting their trust in their traditions. They're putting their trust in what they believe to be God having what he made them to be. Now they forget God. Even though it's a subtle forgetting, they're not, their attention has subtly turned to the history, to who they are, to their privilege, what they believe to be their God rights, their God-given rights, their inheritance. And they forgot the God who gave it to them. This is the key. They're not truly fearing the God who gave it to them. They're not humbling, receiving God's corrections from their prophets. They started rejecting the prophets' words. They're only listening to the prophets that want to tell them what they want to hear. They don't want to tell them the truth about what's happening. They don't want to tell them the truth of that there are cracks in the foundation that need to be restored and remedied. These cracks are beginning to be seen very clearly, and the leaders ignore it. They just try to, put a topical remedy. They're just putting Band-Aids on it. They're not really trying to solve the problem. And so here we are. We're watching the unfolding prophecies of Scripture being fulfilled right now before our eyes. But here's just a little update. I'll be back on a little bit later, I think, to kind of go through more of what's happening here. Let me see where I'm at here. Let me get back into my chat room here. Make sure you visit our store, the packingheat.co, packingheat.co store, and get yourself ready for all these things. I think it's important to have all of your preps in order as well. But most importantly, obviously, is your spiritual life and having all of your ducks in order with God, making sure that you're keeping short accounts so that God can prepare you. Your preps for your soul and spirit are of the utmost importance. Spending time in the Word, spending time in prayer, spending time in that fellowship that is so important with other believers of like precious faith. And here right at Blazing Press Channel, you've got that community. You can get plugged in. And this is our online church right here on YouTube. Yes, you can hang out here. You can call it your fellowship, your church, whatever your go-to place to get the nourishment that you need for your soul. And spend time in the Word. We've got a recommendation list of teachings that you can get into that are very important. Not to mention our own devotional updates that we do every day. We weren't able to get on today to do that, but we usually have a daily devotional that we have where we update everybody with great things and interact with the How many of you guys are going to that daily devotion? It's pretty good. So those of you who are a part of that, you know what we're talking about. We invite everybody to be a part of that. If you don't have a great place to get fed and get built up in the faith and understand context and scriptural teachings that are in context, we definitely want to make sure people are sound and have a foundation that is laid that cannot be shaken. And this is a very important part of being a Christian that's going to endure to the end. You need to be able to endure. And if you don't continue in the Word and you don't do what you know, what you hear, you're going to be foolish. You have to put it into practice, right? It's something that you have to actually show your faith by what you do. Where's the fruit? Fruit takes time. I understand people have to build that foundation before the fruit begins to be bore, but there has to be fruit at a certain point. You got to have some fruit. And if you're not bearing fruit, it's very important to get your heart right. And that all comes from your foundations. So we'll be talking more about these things really soon. In the meantime, let me say good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. That comes from The Truman Show, if you didn't know. But in the meantime, guys, I will be talking to you soon. God bless, and stay strong, keep your head up, and get yourself right. It's getting close. It's almost go time. It's almost go time. It's almost here, guys. Get ready. God bless.